Qatar is a nation dedicated to the spirit and ideals of fair play in sport. These ideals are upheld in the Qatar National Vision 2030. They are also the principles behind the science behind the sport, in the full-time operation of the world's latest anti-doping lab in Qatar. Since the hugely successful 2006 Asian Games, Qatar is now known as the region's best host for international sporting federations and sporting tourism, paving the way for thousands of competitions to come.
Sport for societies becomes really the showcase of achievement of human activities. So this is why integrity is so important in the field sport, because it is a model for the rest of society as well.
As part of Qatar 2030, a master plan was developed for Qatar to become a leader in excellence in all aspects of sport, nationally and internationally. A vital element in this vision was realized with the opening of the Anti-Doping Laboratory Qatar, ADLQ, in 2012.
Having a laboratory for anti-doping in this region was always a discussion among regional anti-doping organization for GCC and Yemen. It's always been a dream for His Highness the Emir since the late 90s to have such a laboratory in Qatar.
Since inauguration, the ADLQ has rapidly grown and established its place as the region's leader in the science behind the sport.
Science behind the sport is not only the science of catching the cheats. Of course, it's important, but there is lots of science in sport.
If you want to go beyond and to be on the top, science has to be part of that. You can't reach the top without science.
In a few short years, ADLQ has successfully established itself as the internationally accredited anti-doping laboratory for the Gulf countries and West Asia.
It's very important to have an independent testing facility in Qatar, not for Qatar only, but for the whole region. And as we all know that Anti-Doping Lab Qatar is serving Qatar and the GCC region, as well as the whole Middle East, the whole of West Asia, and North Africa now. We consider ourselves as a one network and one group that works to the same cause.
A major milestone for the ADLQ was reached when its doping analysis laboratory was awarded full WADA accreditation.
ADLQ, when accredited, became the 35th accredited laboratory by WADA. That definitely makes it an elite institute. To be one of 35 around the whole world is an honorable thing by itself.
The accreditation process took us 2.5 years, which is considered to be a very quick period of time. It is a very strict procedure that it is followed by all accredited laboratories.
We have created a name for ADLQ not just in Qatar but all over the world. Our communication section have created a huge platform with clients, educational institutions and media contacts.
As part of its commitment to the 4 pillars of the Qatar 2030 vision, the ADLQ has a strong program of nurturing Qatari employees.
Mentoring Qatari scientists or Qatari nationals in general is one of our 5 strategic objectives. More than 50% of our staff are Qataris, including the scientists.
Qatari scientists, they are creating the basis for the long term of the lab, not only for this generation of scientists, but also for the future generations of scientists.
I am a Qatari scientist. I work in doping analysis lab, especially in IRMS, and I love what I do.
Along with state-of-the-art facilities and technology, the ADLQ's scientists, technicians and researchers are among the best in the world. The ADLQ is proving its value to the nation by also being a leader in research and education roles. Marking the next phase of the ADLQ's development, the laboratories of the Life Sciences and Research Division provide independent scientific research and education to the public and private sectors.
It's one of our strategic goals to be financially sustainable through generating income, through establishing a toxicology and multipurpose lab to add to the revenue we get.
We have the only building of its type within the state of Qatar to have technology utilizing RFID, which is radio frequency identification. We exactly can monitor the location and who handled every single sample by the second.
Our aim goal here to get honest competition with fair sport and with the free doping.
The world-class anti-doping lab Qatar has taken its place amongst the world's leading anti-doping facilities. Qatar's principles of the science behind the sport will ensure the continuing development of economic, social, environmental and human prosperity in Qatar and the region, bringing the world together through sport. Be pure, stay pure.